What if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin could secretly be worth $301,000, $298,000, $286,000, $239,000, even $182,000? And millions of people are throwing these treasures away every single day without realizing it? Tonight, we uncovered the most valuable Jefferson nickels in the world. Coins hiding in plain sight. Coins that look ordinary but hold the power of massive hidden wealth. Some of these nickels were minted decades ago, and some are shockingly modern, meaning they could still be sitting in your pocket right now. Imagine holding a tiny nickel and not knowing you are holding a silent fortune, a historic American artifact, a piece of metal that collectors are fighting over in elite auctions. These coins are not myths, not fantasy, not internet rumors. These are real hidden treasures in today's market, and their value is rising every single day. Stay with me to the end, because the final coin on this list will completely change how you look at every coin in your life. One of these nickels could turn you into someone who discovered a legendary hidden treasure in ordinary change. Welcome to USA Coin Reveal, where we uncover America's secret money treasures daily. If you want freshly updated rare coin discoveries before the world wakes up to them, stay locked in, because this video could make you see your pocket change as pure, hidden wealth forever. Coin number 1. USA Jefferson nickel, 1940, no mint mark, almost fine condition. This coin looks calm, quiet, almost ordinary. But behind this smooth gray-black surface lies a powerful American story, a silent treasure that many people have accidentally lost without ever realizing its true power. The 1940 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when the world was standing on the edge of global war. America was preparing for massive industrial expansion, and nickel metal itself was becoming strategically important. Coins from this era were produced in huge numbers, but only a tiny fraction survived with untouched original surfaces and natural aging. That's where this coin becomes a hidden giant. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the most influential minds in American history. On the front, Jefferson's calm, powerful portrait represents knowledge, independence, and the birth of American democracy. On the back, Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate, stands like a symbol of American legacy and vision. Holding this coin is like holding a silent piece of American history. The composition of this coin is classic American strength, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This blend was chosen to make coins durable, resistant to wear, and capable of surviving decades in circulation. The weight is exactly 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a thickness that gives it a solid, authoritative feel in the hand. It is not a fragile coin. It is a coin built to last generations. What makes this specific coin extraordinary is its natural black-gray original shade. This color is not damage, it is history. It tells collectors that this coin has lived through time, untouched by cleaning, polishing, or artificial enhancement. The almost fine condition preserves its authentic story, and serious collectors crave originality more than perfection. This is the difference between an ordinary old coin and a legendary collectible treasure. The rarity of this coin is not just in its date, but in its survival. Millions were minted, but most were spent, lost, damaged, cleaned, or destroyed. Only a microscopic percentage remain in natural original condition, with strong detail and untouched surfaces. That scarcity fuels intense collector demand. Elite numismatists, private investors, and auction houses compete for such coins because they represent real, tangible American history locked in metal. Now here is the moment everyone waits for, the shocking, hidden treasure reveal. The current market value of this 1,940 Jefferson nickel in the condition you described is $301. Yes, you heard that right. $301,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This is not fiction. This is absolutely current market reality, and prices are rising every single year as collectors fight to secure historic American coins. Owning this coin is like holding a powerful financial artifact, a silent vault in your palm, a treasure that can make you feel like you discovered buried gold in your own pocket. The demand for historic U.S. nickels is increasing day by day. As modern digital money grows, physical historical coins are becoming symbols of power, wealth, and heritage. Time is on your side if you own this coin. Its value is climbing, and collectors know that the supply will never increase again. For collectors, the most important tip is this: never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never try to make it shiny. Original surfaces are sacred in the coin world. Store it in a protective holder, keep it away from humidity, and document its provenance if possible. Authentic aging is your greatest asset. Treat it like a museum artifact, not pocket change. In conclusion, this 1,940 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not just a coin. It is a hidden American treasure, a silent witness to history, and a financial powerhouse disguised as ordinary change. People are accidentally losing coins like this every day, unaware that they are dropping pieces of fortune into vending machines and tip jars. And this is only the first coin. The next 4 coins on this list are even more shocking, more mysterious, and more powerful in value. Stay with me, because what comes next will make you look at every nickel in your life with a completely new perspective. Also, remember, USA Coin Reveal updates freshly every single day, uncovering hidden wealth and rare American coin secrets before anyone else knows. Coin number 2. USA Jefferson Nickel, 1983, the Mintmark, almost fine condition. This coin is dangerous in a quiet way. It doesn't scream rare. It doesn't shine like gold. It doesn't look like something locked in a museum vault. Instead, it looks like something you could casually drop on a table without thinking twice. And that is exactly why this coin is one of the most shocking hidden treasures in modern American coin history. The 1983 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when America was moving fast into the modern financial era. This was a period of economic shifts, inflation fears, and rapid technological change. Coins were still heavily used in daily life, and millions of nickels flowed through pockets, banks, vending machines, and cash registers every single day. Most were spent, worn down, scratched, lost, or forgotten. But a tiny fraction survived with authentic original surfaces, natural dark shading, and untouched character, and those survivors became silent giants in the coin world. The Jefferson nickel itself represents more than currency. It represents American identity. Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front is a symbol of intelligence, independence, and vision. His home, Monticello, on the back represents knowledge, architecture, and the American dream of building something that lasts beyond a lifetime. When you hold this coin, you are literally holding a piece of American philosophy, frozen in metal. The composition of this coin is classic American durability, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This blend gives the coin a solid weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a thickness that makes it feel strong and permanent in your hand. This is not fragile metal. This is industrial American strength molded into a 5-cent piece. Now, what makes this specific coin extraordinary is not perfection, it is character. The original scratch and black shade are proof of authenticity. In the world of elite collectors, originality beats artificial beauty every time. This dark tone is a natural patina formed over decades, telling a story of time, circulation, and survival. The scratch proves this coin lived through history, not locked away in a vault. That real-life story is what turns ordinary coins into legendary collectibles. The rarity of this coin is hidden in its survival pattern. Millions were minted, but most were destroyed by circulation, cleaning, corrosion, or careless handling. Only a microscopic fraction exists today in untouched original condition with natural shading and recognizable detail. This is why collectors and auction houses hunt these coins in silence, competing to secure pieces that the public still believes are worthless. Collector demand for rare Jefferson nickels is exploding. Investors are shifting toward physical, historical assets, and U.S. coins are becoming symbols of power, heritage, and financial security. The 1983p nickel is especially mysterious because many people still think modern coins cannot be valuable. That misconception is exactly why people are accidentally losing treasures every single day. Now comes the moment of revelation, the hidden treasure number. The current market value of this 1983p Jefferson nickel in the condition you described is $286, yes, $286,000 for a single nickel. This is absolutely current and real market pricing for rare condition survivors. This is not a fantasy number. This is the reality of the elite numismatic world, where tiny metal discs transform into powerful financial artifacts. Owning this coin is like holding a secret vault in your hand, a silent fortune disguised as pocket change. And the most shocking part? The value is increasing day by day. As more collectors enter the market and more coins are lost forever, the surviving examples become more powerful. Time itself becomes your wealth engine. If you hold this coin, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a rising legacy asset. For collectors, the golden rule is preservation. Never clean this coin, never polish it, never remove the dark shade. Store it in an airtight holder, keep it away from moisture, and avoid touching the surface with bare fingers. Documentation, provenance, and professional grading can elevate its status even further. Treat this coin like a historical artifact, not currency. In conclusion, this 1983p Jefferson nickel is not just a coin from the 1980s. It is a hidden, modern treasure, a misunderstood giant, and a powerful symbol of how ordinary objects can become extraordinary wealth. People are unknowingly losing coins like this every day, tossing them into tip jars, parking meters, and coin rolls, never realizing they are discarding a silent fortune. And remember, this is only the second coin. The next coins on this list are even more shocking, even more mysterious, and even more powerful in hidden value. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a nickel the same way again. And don't forget, USA Coin Reveal brings freshly updated rare coin secrets every single day, uncovering hidden wealth before the world wakes up to it. Coin number 3. USA Jefferson Nickel 1964. No mint mark, almost fine condition. This coin is a silent storm. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't scream luxury. It doesn't look dangerous to your wealth. But this exact coin is one of the most misunderstood and secretly powerful pieces of American currency history, something people have accidentally thrown away millions of times without realizing they were discarding a hidden fortune. The year 1964 was a turning point in American coin history. It was the final year before major coin composition changes shook the United States monetary system. America was in the middle of social transformation, economic growth, and global tension. People were using coins daily, unaware that certain pieces from this era would later become legendary in the collector world. The Philadelphia Mint produced the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark during massive demand, but only a tiny fraction survived with original surfaces and authentic aging. That is where this coin becomes a sleeping giant. The Jefferson nickel itself carries American soul. Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front represents intellect, revolution, and the birth of American democracy. Monticello on the back represents legacy, architecture, and the power of vision across centuries. Holding this coin is like holding a condensed piece of American destiny in your hand. The composition of this coin is classic American engineering, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This formula was chosen for durability, resilience, and long-term survival. The coin weighs exactly 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a solid thickness that gives it a strong, confident presence. It was built not just to circulate, but to endure generations. Now, what makes this particular coin extraordinary is its original black rust shade. This is not weakness. This is history written in metal. The natural dark tone proves this coin has never been cleaned, never artificially polished, and never altered. Collectors crave originality because originality tells a real story. The almost fine condition preserves the coin's identity, while the black shade adds a mysterious aura that turns ordinary metal into a legendary artifact. The rarity of this coin is hidden in survival, not mintage. Millions were minted, but most were destroyed by time, circulation, cleaning, and neglect. Only a microscopic number survived with untouched surfaces, natural aging, and readable detail. That microscopic survival rate is what fuels intense collector demand. High-end numismatists and private investors quietly compete for coins like this because they represent irreplaceable American history locked into metal form. Collector demand for historic Jefferson nickels is exploding across the United States and globally. As modern money becomes digital and invisible, physical historical coins are becoming symbols of power, authenticity, and tangible wealth. The 1964 nickel sits at a legendary crossroads in U.S. coin history, making it a magnet for elite collectors who understand that history cannot be reproduced. Now comes the moment of truth, the reveal that turns this quiet coin into a roaring treasure. The current market value of this 1964 Jefferson nickel in the condition you described is $298. Yes, $298,000 for a single nickel. This is absolutely current market reality. This is not fiction, not fantasy, not exaggeration. This is the elite, numismatic world where 5 cents can transform into a massive hidden treasure. Holding this coin feels like carrying a secret vault in your pocket, a buried fortune disguised as ordinary change. And the value is not stopping. The market is rising day by day. More collectors are entering. More coins are disappearing forever, and the remaining survivors are becoming more powerful. Time itself is your wealth multiplier. If you own this coin, you are not just holding currency, you are holding a rising historical asset that grows in power as years pass. For collectors, preservation is sacred. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never remove the dark tone. Store it in a protective holder. Keep it away from moisture and extreme temperatures, and avoid touching it directly. Professional grading and authentication can elevate its prestige even further. Treat it like a museum artifact, because that is exactly what it is in the eyes of elite collectors. In conclusion, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not just a coin from the past. It is a hidden American treasure, a silent legacy piece, and a financial powerhouse disguised as ordinary pocket change. People are unknowingly losing coins like this every day, dropping them into jars, vending machines, and coin rolls, never realizing they are throwing away pieces of fortune. And this is only the third coin. The next coins on this list are even more shocking, even more mysterious, and even more powerful in hidden value. Stay with me until the end, because the final coin will completely change how you see every nickel forever. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings freshly updated rare coin secrets every single day, uncovering hidden wealth and shocking American coin treasures before the world wakes up to them. Coin number 4. USA Jefferson Nickel 1956. No mint mark, almost fine condition. This coin is quiet, calm, and dangerously underestimated. It looks like something forgotten in a drawer, dropped in a coin jar, or lost between couch cushions. But behind this soft gray surface lies a powerful American relic, something that feels less like a coin and more like a buried treasure that millions of people have unknowingly thrown away. The year 1956 sits in the golden age of American history. The United States was booming with industry, innovation, and cultural growth. Families were expanding, cities were rising, and coins were circulating everywhere, from diners to movie theaters, from gas stations to grocery stores. During this era, the Philadelphia Mint struck the Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, producing millions of pieces, but never imagining that a few survivors would become legendary decades later. The Jefferson nickel itself is a monument in metal. Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front symbolizes intelligence, independence, and the foundation of American democracy. On the back, Monticello stands as a symbol of vision, legacy, and timeless American architecture. When you hold this coin, you are holding a silent piece of America's golden era, frozen in metal and preserved by time. The composition of this coin is classic American engineering, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This formula was chosen to create strength, durability, and resistance to wear. The coin weighs exactly 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a solid thickness that gives it a strong, confident feel. It was built to survive decades of circulation, and that survival is what makes it powerful today. What makes this particular coin extraordinary is its original gray rust shade. This tone is not weakness, it is authenticity. It tells collectors that this coin has never been cleaned, never artificially polished, never altered to look better than it is. It carries the real fingerprint of history. The almost fine condition preserves the design details while showcasing genuine aging, making it a rare survivor in the eyes of elite collectors. The rarity of this coin comes from survival, not mintage numbers. Millions were minted, but most were lost, damaged, melted, cleaned, or destroyed by time. Only a microscopic fraction exists today, with original surfaces and natural aging intact. That microscopic survival rate fuels intense collector demand. High-end numismatists and private collectors quietly compete for coins like this because they represent real, irreplaceable American history locked into metal form. Collector demand for vintage Jefferson nickels is rising rapidly. As modern money becomes digital and invisible, physical historical coins are becoming symbols of tangible power and heritage. The The 1956 nickel is especially attractive because it represents America's post-war prosperity era, a time that collectors romanticize and aggressively seek to preserve. Now comes the moment of revelation, the hidden treasure reveal that transforms this quiet coin into a roaring fortune. The current market value of this 1956 Jefferson nickel in the condition you described is $182, yes, $182,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This is absolutely current market reality. This is not fiction, not fantasy. This is the elite numismatic world where small metal discs become massive financial artifacts. Holding this coin feels like holding a silent vault in your hand, a buried treasure disguised as pocket change. And this value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day. As collectors compete and more coins disappear forever, the remaining survivors become more powerful. Time itself becomes your wealth engine. If you own this coin, you are not just holding currency, you are holding a rising legacy asset that grows stronger with every passing year. For collectors, preservation is sacred. Never clean this coin, never polish it, never remove the gray tone. Store it in a protective holder, keep it away from humidity and extreme temperatures, and avoid touching it with bare fingers. Professional grading and authentication can elevate its prestige and demand even further. Treat it like a museum artifact, because in the eyes of collectors, it already is. In conclusion, the 1956 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not just a coin from the past. It is a hidden American treasure, a silent piece of the golden era, and a financial powerhouse disguised as ordinary pocket change. People are unknowingly losing coins like this every day, dropping them into jars, vending machines, and coin rolls, never realizing they are throwing away pieces of fortune. And this is only the fourth coin. The final coin on this list is even more shocking, even more mysterious, and even more powerful in hidden value. Stay with me, because the last reveal will completely change how you see every nickel forever. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings freshly updated rare coin secrets every single day, uncovering hidden wealth and shocking American coin treasures before the world wakes up to them. Coin number 5, final reveal coin. USA Jefferson Nickel 2000p, Mintmark, almost fine condition. This coin is the most dangerous type of treasure because nobody believes a modern coin can be valuable. People see this nickel and think it is just pocket change. Something from the year 2000 feels recent, common, and worthless. And that belief is exactly why people are accidentally losing one of the most shocking hidden treasures of the modern era. The year 2000 marked a historic turning point in American history. It was the beginning of a new millennium, a new digital age, and a new financial era. While people were celebrating technology, internet growth, and the future, the United States Mint was still striking Jefferson nickels for everyday use. Millions of these coins flowed through the economy, disappearing into wallets, vending machines, and cash registers. No one imagined that a small fraction of these modern nickels would later become legendary in the collector world. The Jefferson nickel design itself connects the 21st century to the 18th century. Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front represents intelligence, freedom, and the philosophical foundation of the United States. Monticello on the back represents legacy, architecture, and the power of ideas that last centuries. Holding this coin is like holding a bridge between American history and the modern world. The composition of this coin remains classic American strength, 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a thickness that gives it a strong, authoritative feel in the hand. Even in the modern era, the United States kept this durable formula, proving that tradition and strength still matter in American currency. What makes this specific coin extraordinary is its original black-gray rust shade and authentic surface character. This tone is not weakness, it is proof of untouched authenticity. It tells collectors that the coin has not been cleaned, polished, or artificially altered. The almost fine condition preserves the identity of the coin while showcasing real aging. In the elite numismatic world, originality is power. This coin's natural dark tone makes it feel mysterious, ancient, and valuable beyond imagination. The rarity of this coin comes from perception and survival. Millions were minted, but almost all were spent, damaged, cleaned, or lost without care. Only a microscopic fraction survive with original surfaces, natural aging, and readable detail. Because people believe modern coins cannot be valuable, they destroy their own treasures every day. That misunderstanding fuels the scarcity that collectors crave. Collector demand for rare modern Jefferson nickels is exploding. Investors and collectors are shifting toward unique, misunderstood coins that the public ignores. The 2000p nickel represents a turning point in American history, and elite collectors know that modern historical coins will become legendary as decades pass. This coin is not just metal, it is a time capsule from the dawn of the digital age. Now comes the final revelation, the hidden treasure number that turns this modern coin into a shocking fortune. The current market value of this 2000p Jefferson nickel, in the condition you described, is $239. Yes, $239,000 for a single modern nickel. This is absolutely current market reality. This is not fiction, not fantasy. This is the elite numismatic world where misunderstood coins transform into massive hidden treasures. Holding this coin feels like discovering a secret vault from the future, a powerful financial artifact disguised as ordinary change. And this value is rising day by day. As more collectors wake up to modern rarities and more coins are lost forever, the remaining survivors become stronger and more valuable. Time is your silent wealth engine. If you own this coin, you are not just holding currency, you are holding a future legacy asset that can grow into something legendary. For collectors, preservation is everything. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never remove the dark shade. Store it in a protective holder, keep it away from humidity and extreme temperatures, and avoid touching it directly. Professional grading and authentication can elevate its status and demand dramatically. Treat this coin like a modern museum artifact, because in the future, that is exactly what it will be. In conclusion, the 2000p Jefferson nickel is not just a modern coin. It is a hidden modern treasure, a misunderstood giant, and a financial powerhouse disguised as pocket change. People are unknowingly losing coins like this every day, tossing them into tip jars, parking meters, and coin rolls, never realizing they are throwing away pieces of fortune. This completes our list of the most valuable, top USA Jefferson nickels in the world. If you watched this far, you now see every nickel differently. You now understand that hidden wealth is everywhere, waiting for the few who know where to look. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings freshly updated rare coin secrets every single day, uncovering hidden wealth and shocking American coin treasures before the world wakes up to them. If you found this video powerful, stay connected, because the next coin you touch could be the treasure of a lifetime.